the topics that I think we should look at is also social media. I think when we're talking about ways in which children, young people, adults communicate, what do we think the wider impact of social media is? I'm going to start this end and make my way around.
Social media now is very much a fabric of our life, and it's not going anywhere. I think people need to learn to manage it correctly.
I find social media can obviously be it can be good, but I think it can also be really bad. And I think that, it's glamorized a lot of the things like knife crime. For example, like drill music, I do think it glamorizes knife crime. People, I think, go on social media and they see things and they're not filtered, it's not filtered out just because of your age, so they're probably seeing knives being advertised to them, and they're seeing people with ballies on, and honestly I think it's really toxic.
Well,
so me personally, everyone's talked about destructive points about social media. It's destructive. I think it could be constructive too. So you're talking about drill music. Music is a way of expression, isn't it?
Yeah.
That young person's already ever lived that. It's upon the viewer and the person taking in that content to then take it literal or to take it as entertainment. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's where the lines drew, and that's where social media, it can be a powerful tool, it can be very powerful. I reach out, young people have reached out to me on social media wanting to change their life. Young people I would have never met before or never spoken to before. But I also think it can be a destructive tool. Waving a knife in a music video, nah, I shoot music videos. Someone started waving a knife at my set, I'm sorry, I'm taking full payment, going home, you're not getting your music video, that's gonna be your punishment for waving that knife, simple. So it can be destructive, yeah. I think it can be constructive too. I think it can be a very good tool.
It's a challenge, and it's crazy because I researched this area about social media.
It's a tool that needs to be utilised.
And I think when we're talking about violence, it's very difficult. Mm-hmm. There's so many levels to it, because there's going to be people that are watching this thinking, yeah, but I like to make music and it is an expression.
Yeah.
Many of us that work on the other end are saying, yeah, but that expression is causing violence and potential beefs in the community. And if someone uploads a video onto YouTube and then there's another small clip that ends up on Instagram, for example, that might cause some tensions within local communities. How do we really look at that? Because one of the other things we look at as well is we use the word exploitation today. There's a lot of record labels that are coming into the community, looking at these 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds and saying, we've got all of this cash. Mm-hmm. If you go into the music studio and rap these lyrics, you can potentially get some money for it. So the challenge is, we look at young people and we blame them for the things that are promoted into the society. And the conversation here is about accountability. So now I want to throw in something else.
Okay.
What about when you've got young people that may be neurodiverse, that may be autistic, ADHD, and there's loads of different disorders that are out there that a young person may home in onto that, and they may not be able to see the differences between reality and what's on a social media platform. What your views
this
about
is the
that?
argument I've always had. There needs to be regulation. There needs to be everyone says regulation. Yeah, Facebook's got regulation. You have to be 13. Well, did you have to use ID when you signed up for your Facebook?
No,
did you? Because I didn't. So how do you know the person's actually 13? Because I had Facebook at the age of 11. Mark Zuckerberg, please don't destroy my account. But seriously, it's regulation needs to be there. And for those who are neurodiverse, there should be appropriate adults around them. And the thing is, I know now from having children, I can set things on their iPads, on their phones that give them a set amount of time. They're allowed to access things. Wi-Fi companies have started bringing out a thing where you can block Wi-Fi on your children's device past the time of 8 o'clock. So you can limit
what they're... You can get YouTube Kids as well.
Thing is, you can funnel things. And that's what social media needs to go, because as you says, it's a part of life now. It's intermittent. It's something that's not going. We're not getting rid of it. We're not going to be able to say, oh yeah, social media needs to be gone. Let's be done with it. It's not going to go. We need to regulate it.